Welcome to our sustainability learning experience for young children. My name is Joy Jacoban, and today we will explore gardening and composting to reduce waste and help plants to grow. We will begin with an overview of the plant activity, then show how it aligns with the learning outcomes of early years learning framework and the education for sustainability principles and pedagogies. We will then examine how this activity fits within the EYLA planning cycle and finish off by looking at some inclusive practices and some teaching strategies that we could use in our classroom. This activity is designed for children aged from 3 to 5 years of age. Gardening can be used as an educational tool for children of this age to develop new skills. Our focus will be on composting and gardening in order to learn about plant life cycles and food waste reduction. This activity is designed to introduce young children to sustainability and environmental awareness by engaging them in hands on gardening and composting. The objective is to help children understand where food and plants came from, to introduce the concept of composting and explain how organic waste can be recycled into soil nutrients, and to encourage children to care for plants and recognize the importance of reducing waste. We began the activity with a storybook about plants and composting. Compost Tea by Mary McKenna Settles is a good starting point. We will then ask the children questions about where plants came from and what they think happens to our food scraps. We will then finish by showing pictures or showing a video of plants growing and compost breaking down over time. We will then move on to the hands-on gardening experience. The children will plant seeds or seedlings in small pots or into a garden bed. They will be taught how to water and care for the plants. The role of a soil, sunlight, and water in helping plants grow will also be discussed. We will then introduce a small compost bin and explain what can and cannot be composted. The children will collect organic waste, such as fruits and vegetable peels, and add it to the compost. We will demonstrate how to mix the compost and explain how worms and microorganisms help break it down into soil. The children will make observation and have the opportunity to reflect on this activity. The children will be encouraged to observe the plant's growth and discuss changes over time. They were allowed to feel the composted soil and compare it with regular soil. Reflection can be encouraged by asking open ended questions such as: what do you think will happen to the food scrap? How does a compost help our garden? And why do we need to take care of our plants? If time permits, there is the possibility to add some extension activities like creating a composting chart to track what they add to the compost bin or using magnifying glasses to observe decomposer like worms in the compost, or sing songs about growing plants or creating artwork related to plants and recycling. This activity aligns with the following EYLF learning outcomes. Learning outcome 2: children become socially responsible and show respect for the environment. Learning outcome 4: children develop problem solving skills and engage in inquiry based learning. Learning outcome 5: the children get to communicate their ideas about sustainability through discussion, drawings, and storytelling. Plus, they also get to engage with technology with the use of things like iPads or microscope to observe plants and soil. This activity introduces key education for sustainability principles such as interdependence and system thinking. Children learn how plants, soil, water, and waste are all connected. Composting provides a clear example of nature's cycle, showing how organic waste decomposes and enriches the soil to support plant growth. Environmental and social responsibility. By caring for plants and managing compost, children take an active role in sustainability. They develop habits of reducing food waste, recycle organic materials, and making responsible choices that positively impact their environment. Active participation and agency. This activity empowers children to make decisions, choosing what to plant, how to care for it, and what to compost. Taking responsibility for a shared garden space builds teamwork, collaboration, and a sense of pride in their contribution. Future thinking. Children see how composting today benefits future plant growth, reinforcing ideas of conservation and regeneration. This helps them understand that sustainable choices shape the future of our planet. Respect for diversity. Gardening teaches children about different plants, their needs, and their role in the environment, fostering an appreciation for biodiversity. Indigenous perspective on sustainability can also be introduced by exploring traditional land care practices. This learning experience is shaped by several key pedagogies that foster a connection to sustainability. These are inquiry based learning. Children explore questions like why do plants need soil and what happens to food scraps when we compost them. Through observation and hands on investigation, they develop critical thinking and scientific inquiry skills. Experiential learning. By touching soil, planting seeds, and watching compost break down, children gain a deeper understanding of plant care and waste management. Sensory experience make learning more meaningful and memorable. Collaborative and participatory learning. Gardening is a shared experience. Children work together to plant, water, and compost, fostering teamwork and responsibility. They also take an active role in decision making, choosing what to grow and how to care for their garden. Play based learning. The activity connects children with their local environment, teaching them to care for their surroundings and understanding the impact of their actions on nature. Multisensory and play based learning. To make learning fun, we integrate songs, storytelling, create art, and role playing, turning sustainability into an engaging interactive experience. The early years learning framework provides a structured approach to planning, documenting, and assessing children's learning experiences. Following the planning cycle, we observe children's reactions and questions, assess their understanding through conversation, plan engaging sensory activities, implement group planting with composted soil, then reflect on their learning through the children's drawing and discussion. To conduct this activity, it will be useful to have small garden beds, pots or planter boxes, seeds or seedlings, soil and child friendly gardening tools, watering cans, a compost bin or a small composting area, organic waste materials, illustrated storybooks about plants and composting. To ensure that all children, regardless of ability, background, or learning style, can actively participate in the gardening and composting activity, educators can integrate inclusive practices and differentiated teaching strategies. Key strategies for accessible and inclusive gardening include differentiated participation, offer multiple participation options such as adapted tools for fine motor difficulties and alternative activities for those sensory sensitivities. Sensory friendly adaptation. Provide gloves or alternative activities for those who are overwhelmed by soil textures and create quiet areas for breaks. Culturally responsive teaching. Celebrate cultural diversity by integrating Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander perspective and inviting families to share their gardening tradition. Accessibility consideration. We can ensure physical accessibility with raised garden beds, adapted tools, adjustable setting, and using clear verbal and visual instruction. Inclusive language and social support. Use clear language and visual cues and pair children in buddy groups for social support. Key teaching strategies include inquiry based learning. We encourage curiosity with open ended questions and visual prompts, allowing children to explore answers through action. Hands on experiential learning. We engage senses with soil, seeds, and compost. We use storytelling and role playing for immersive learning and offer creative activities like painting or singing. Visual and multimodal learning. The use of step by step visual instruction, diagrams, and videos can be used to support diverse learners. Collaborative and pair learning. Teamwork can be fostered in small groups, pairing children with different strengths to encourage cooperation and reflection. Play based and movement based learning. We make learning fun with games, songs, and movement activities and encourage an active engagement with nature. Adapting to individual needs. We can simplify concepts for some children and introduce complex ideas for others, ensuring engagement at all levels. Gardening and composting introduce young learners to sustainability, environmental responsibility, and scientific inquiry. Hands on experiences help children appreciate nature, reduce waste, and care for the environment. These activities support EYLF learning outcomes by fostering curiosity, collaboration, problem solving, and a connection to nature. It aligns with education for sustainability principles, encouraging active participation in sustainable practices. By making the activity inclusive and adaptable, every child can engage meaningfully. Through inquiry based learning, collaborative play, and real world exploration, children develop the knowledge, skills, and values needed to become environmentally responsible citizens. Educator plays a crucial role in a nurturing generation that respect and protect our planet, empowering young minds to make difference, one small seed and a compost bin at a time.